Hello, hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Balana. Today I'm going to share you a topics that I wish I could know 7 years ago when I first joined the UX field. And I wish these topics will help you to gain a better ideas what the skills you can develop in your career. No matter you are in the entry levels or you are a UX professionals, I believe these topics will benefit to you. The big and important thing that you should cultivate as a UX designers. So let's begin. And when I first landed on UX designs, my thinking was, okay, this is a design-related jobs. I should focus everything to improve my visual design skills and make that design looks good, build some visual appealing user interface to my users. However, after working in these industries for 7 years, is it still applicable for becoming a good UX designer? Is it still the core skills you should be cultivate? Just take a guess. Yes, it is. It's still applicable. However, there are more important skills that is very valuable for you to cultivate. I will summarize those skills into 3 categories today. They are the industry skills, the soft skills, and the crossover skills. Okay, let's look at them one by one. So first is industry skills. This is a core UX design skills, which can demonstrate your UX design skill set and your core competence in the industries. Under these categories include user research, wireframe, prototyping, visual communications, and user interface design. We also call it UI design. So speak to the first UX research. What you should cultivate in this category is, as a UX designer, we don't need to be so expert as a user researchers, but you must understand what the audience wants and how they view the world. So this means to master the plan and analyze findings from a variety of user research methods. Some key deliverables in these categories including, for example, user testing, usability testing, the personas, customer journey maps, etc. However, in many organizations are equipped with the user researcher team. So as a UX designers, you need to have these abilities to well collaborate with user researchers. The collaboration skills are also important in here. Second point of the industry skills is able to build in the wireframe. Basically, wireframe is a blueprint for you and your teams to visualize what is in the screens without adding any of the visual elements into the design. Main purpose of the wireframe is to show how something works, not at how it looks. So normally it's generated in the grayscale, and we often use box and lines to represent the elements. So the third skills under the industry skill set is the prototyping. So the prototyping allows the UX designers to test the functionalities before it's building to the production. The prototyping is helping UX designers to ensure there is a match between the system and its user before constructing on the final products. It's a risk-reduced strategy. You can apply it to your team. When we go to productions or go to implement, it will cost more efforts for you to change any of that in your design or functioning wells. However, in the prototyping, you can test the idea, the functionalities, reduce the cost of getting implementation, and test the prototyping in front of the user in the user session, get their feedbacks before you go to implement into the real products. Also, normally as a UX designers, we often have to iterate it a lot of time. Normally, we as a UX designer sometimes go to several iterations before landing on the design that is meeting the business goals and the user needs. So the prototyping is a great skill you should cultivate as a UX designer. The fourth category is the visual communications and the UI design. Design is still highly graph in nature, so UX designers, you also need to competent in visual language. Well, many organizations, especially the large corporation, they have the visual design team, so you can get some visual designers to help you with this part. However, as a UX designer, you also need to at least some good understandings on the typography, icon, image layout, and visual design series in order to communicate with your user effortless. So the second big skill set is the soft skill. This is the categories I wish I could know earlier in my early career that nobody had told me before. Many designers found these categories is struggle or lacking because these categories is building with time. For example, to cultivate your effective communication skills can help the UX designers to communicate with the team and the clients better. Imperative to complete any project with ease. Many UX designers, especially the juniors or entry-level designers, found these categories is a mystery and they don't know how to develop their soft skills and where to get started. So I summarize this for you into 4 categories. First is the curiosity. Curiosities will lead you to ask the good questions, active listening, and engaging more deeply with problem. Because UX is a constantly changing field, developing a sense of the curiosities will help UX designers to constantly improve. Second is communications. Communication is essential in UX design because designers must convey the design idea, explain the thinking behind the design, and working with other teams. Our work is also require the elements of the storytelling. So effective communications can help the designers to create, develop, adapt, and improve the product with ease. The third is empathy. This is a must soft skills that you have to cultivate, and I also addressed many times in video before. So empathy is the ability to understand and feel the emotion of others. As a UX designer, we especially need to cultivate this skill because we need to empathize the user. That's why the best UX designer take time to learning about people and their inclination. A deep understanding of the end user allows designer create the product with the truly engagement and delightful. So the fourth of the soft skills you need to cultivate is the collaborations. What makes a good UX designer? It means incorporate the ideas with the engineers, product managers, researchers, clients, and your team. UX designer is a multidisciplinary position. We need to give the feedbacks and receive the feedbacks from different people to effectively give feedbacks and receive feedbacks from many others. At the same time, to explore the solutions, incorporating with the expertise of your team and the needs of everyone involved in the project to create the best products possible. For example, you need to be open-minded and flexible. The last category that I wish I could know several years ago were the crossover skills. What this skill set means is building the skill that is cross over other occupations, such as product manager, engineers, data analytics, and customer services. So those skill sets can also bring from your previous occupation. For example, if you were product manager, your business systems, your knowledge related to businesses can make you a more well-rounded UX designers. However, if you don't have this crossover occupation background, you should cultivate. There are several categories I summarized here for you to cultivate. First is the business's insight. Knowing what is going on in your organization can give you better understandings of what your colleagues, product managers, and consumers are experiencing. Then you can use your knowledge to better communicate with your team and ensure your designs are helpful for meeting the overall goal of your company. Second is the coding and development understanding. I say this is understanding. That is because the coding and the development skill set is not the required in order to become a UX designer. but knowing a bit about the coding and the development can make you appealing in your work, because being able to create the development-friendly UX design can help you to communicate with your engineer easier and make you be able to talk with their language and make you a more alluring UX designer. The third is an analytic skill. The analytic thinking is important to UX designers. That is because sometimes as a UX designers, we may need to deal with a lot of data. Understanding the data and be able to visualize the information can help your work easier. In today's customer-facing world, data is one of the major decision-making in many organizations. Analyzing data, use data to make a decision is one of the major process. The fourth is the product thinking and the design thinking skill. I had a video talk about the product thinking specifically, why it's important and how it can benefit to UX designers. I link it here if you are interested in to check. The product thinking enables the UX designers to ask the right questions, build the features, and better to communicate with the stakeholders with more efficiency. And the design thinking can help UX designers to address the change in users' environment and in their behavior. It benefits UX designers to put themselves into users' shoes and creatively solve a problem. The design thinking have 5 stages. It's a non-linear process, which means the designers can visit each stage in an iterative way. So master the design thinking is great for both organizations and you. The design thinking stage can benefit you to have a better blueprint. Okay, as I have addressed so many of the skills you need to master and cultivate, how to improve it and where to learn it, I will address them in my next video. So please turn on the subscriptions to continually build your success UX design career path. Okay, I hope this video helps you. If you like the video and want to support my channel, please hit the subscription button and give the video a thumb up. Hope you find this video is helpful. If you have any UX design question, idea, and comments, please leave in the comment section and let me know what you think. I hope to see you more often in my future video. And see you next time. Bye!